the bosses in the labyrinth, ultimate labyrinth of Taratas can be pretty tough. So I'm gonna teach you how to beat them, or well, at least not die. Or well, basically the labyrinth is basically to test your strength. So we're gonna get the weakest people I know. So I'm gonna get the weakest people I know, just so I have the most of the time I can to talk about these monsters. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we're about to start. This boss, pretty much easy. It's not gonna do anything but bite you. So if you do die from this boss though, this is the first boss, then I consider that you get, well, more defense. Because if you're dying from a boss like this, you honestly need your gear score up. And you either need more attack or defense. Because your defense can be perfectly fine, but you just don't have enough firepower to kill it. These guys can pretty much do nothing, but Fire Drake could confuse. I'm really not sure. But if she can confuse, you need to get refreshed right away. And if you're a cleric, of course, you can do that. Despite these guys being weak, I don't have a lot of time. So the flower crown jelly is pretty much the only one who can do harm. If they blind you, it's not much of a problem if you're any class. But if you are an archer, that is a major problem. And you need to get refreshed right away. Oh, and it can poison you too. So you need someone to heal you real good. You need someone to heal you real good for that. Also, as I said, if an archer's blinded, that's a major problem. Clerics, if you're blinded, there's no problem. They can blind you, these guys too. And if they do blind you, get refreshed right away. Please, get refreshed. Because, these attacks are not going to do much. As I said, the poison will deal damage to you over time. So, it's no worry about what the poison does to you. Except if you have reasonably low health. This guy, the one in the middle, can do a lot of damage to us because if he has a counter attack skill. So once we try to break his shield, we can't break it. The reason why we're not going to be able to break it is because we're trying to break his shield, but it won't break. It will reflect the damage back onto us, and that can make us die instantly no matter how strong we are. So you must watch out. And if you're wondering what to do, you just don't attack him. Attack the other monsters. If there's no other monsters, wait till his effect to go off, which should take about a minute. And then, you can attack him again. These guys, nothing really to worry about. Just easy pickings. As I said, if you die from these guys, you need more defense or attack. As I said, your defense may be okay, but your attack is a bit rusty today. And, you may not be having the best luck. These guys, again, not much worry. Unless they blind you. If you're an archer watching this, then if they blind you, that is going to be a very bad problem. Because archers do loads of attacks to hit the enemy with. So they will miss their targets most easily. And one of us, this guy is no problem. We just finished him in about, 3 to 2 seconds? Like, that was fast. Does this guy have anything wrong with him? No, not really. Except they can heal themselves. But if they do heal themselves and you can't kill them, then you're probably going to need more attacks so you can finish them off before it happens. Because, I hate when they heal. Healing monsters are such a pain. Trust me. They give me headaches. This boss may be a bit of something to recognize. They can confuse you. And, yeah. See, they just did it just then. If they do confuse you, however, don't worry. You can attack your teammates though, or heal the enemy, which is a bad thing. But in any case, if this does happen, you need the cleric to refresh right away. But if they can't refresh, then you're in trouble. Because if they can't refresh you, or if they can't refresh themselves, Because if they're confused, they need to be fast themselves so they can be fast everyone else. Because if they're still confused, they can still attack somebody else or heal their own team. So the cleric must be able to refresh themselves first before refreshing everybody else. That may be a problem. These guys can also blind you. As I said, a cleric is not going to really matter much if the cleric is blind, because the cleric won't really do much attacks anyway. But unless you are an attack cleric, it may be a problem. But since your role is more to heal, then not much problem. This guy can make you blind and confused. So if you're blind and confused, if you don't attack your friend, or if you don't heal the enemy, then yeah, and then you may still miss. Anyway, this guy who just died could make you paralyzed, so you may not attack him. You may. This guy can get you confused, but there's a really low chance. This guy isn't really good at confusing people in any case. Oh, and he kinda... Actually, I don't really know what he actually did. Cause look at my buffs, he didn't put anything on me. This girl can confuse you. And again, if you're confused, that is a major problem, especially if the healer is. Because if the healer's confused, then she may not be, oh yeah, she paralyzes too. See, my friend's stuck there. Maybe he will be able to attack. Oh, he can. He can. Oh, and she confuses. So she can confuse, blind you, and even paralyze you. So if you're confused and paralyzed and blind, then that's a major problem. Especially if it's with the cleric, because the cleric may not be able to heal you. Oh my goodness, and she poisons us too. Oh, see, that was an example of healing there. So my friends are really low in health from the onslaught of enemies. So that means I will have to do my usual attack soon. This guy will not really do anything to you. He hasn't got much to do with him. All I have to say, oh yay, we got 2 healers. 2 things to heal us, that's good. Because at least we have something else that can heal us, but... Oh. Okay. Anyway, yeah, the Grandosaur won't really do much to you. He's only gonna scratch you with his big teeth. Or tusks. Cause like, what does his teeth even look like? Rocks? I mean like, okay dude, whatever you say. Okay, Wolf, hashtag 2.0 defense stats. Okay, so this guy is the toughest because this guy is most likely, when he's low on health, he will definitely try and heal himself the chance he gets to. And once he heals himself, see, he's gonna do it now. He'll heal himself by a lot. So we need to spam attack pretty much just to deal with him. So hopefully, oh, and he can paralyze us too. So if he's healing and he's got us paralyzed, that's a major problem in the making for us. I'm trying my best. Okay, yeah. And he did a lot of damage to everybody. But we should be okay. We need to attack as fast as we can, because if we don't, then, you know, we may not be able to do this. Keanu, you need to go and help me, because I cannot be the only one to just attack. Because I'm trying my best, but I'm not being able to keep up with his healing. Okay, I think he stopped. Okay, no, I'm wrong. He has not stopped healing yet. No, we're not making it, are we? He's still undergoing healing. It takes a long time for his healing buff to take off, doesn't it? Okay, finally we beat him, but it took our friends to sacrifice themselves just so we could beat him. I'm sorry, friends. This guy, he's a pain because he has really high defense. And the problem with that is that it's hard to break, that it's hard to, you know, do any damage to him. What? So this is where a Lancer has to come in. If you don't have a Lancer on your team, then that's tough luck. Because the Lancer is the only one who's most likely to break this guy's armor. Because you have to break this guy's armor to do the most amount of damage to him, unless you have a really high gear score. So, thanks to my friend Pasta here, he's broken this guy's armor. So now we can do loads of damage to him. At least, oh no, not anymore. So now we need our friend Pasta to break his armor again so we can do the most damage possible. And there he is going. I am actually going to heal myself because I really do need the healing. And so does Pasta, looking like he's hurt. His monster does a lot of damage though, and it does. So he's nearly dead now. But let's break the armor and see if we can get a fast finish. Apart from the tough armor, this guy won't do much to you. So yeah, just be aware of his tough armor. You need a lancer in your team, or you need someone who can break armor and is on your team, because if you don't have anyone like that on your team, then you could be in serious trouble, and you can do possibly very low damage, and it's gonna take nearly like 15 minutes to beat him. This guy can't really do much, but decrease your defense, attack, and magic attack. So this is bad for a cleric because they can't heal as much. This isn't good for the other characters because they won't do as much damage. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is battle shout myself so I have all my buffs back. So as you can see, I'm very hurt now. I'm nearly dead, and someone needs to help me, because I cannot do this by myself. Oh no, so the one attack that you have to be wary of, except from him decreasing all your stats, be aware that he has a very strong, powerful move, eventually, that he will do. He'll do a move that will nearly decrease all your... So he has a skill that will decrease, no matter even if you're at full health, he'll decrease your health all the way down to nearly zero, nearly taking away about, on average, 75% of your health. And once he takes that 75% away, you're going to be very low in health and you can die instantly. And it will happen to everybody. And everybody will suffer from this, and everybody will nearly be everyone's nearly going to die. So once nearly everyone is dead, this will be a huge problem, because the cleric can't heal everybody at once unless you have the skill Dignity that not most clerics have. Because if you don't have Dignity, then this is a huge problem. If you don't have Dignity, you can use Mend, but Mend is not going to do much. So you can't heal without Dignity. You can't heal everyone with Dignity. So most likely at this part, once he does this strong move, your characters are probably going to end up dying. So one of your characters, or maybe even two, maybe three, are going to end up dying from his ridiculous attack. But at least we killed him now, and we're still hurt, even though I tried to provide us with healing. I'm going to battle shout again, just to get back to status. And now we are on the boss. He can't really do much, but do a lot of damage to you, because he has the stats of pretty much... I'm saying his health is an average about 1 million health. And he does a lot of damage. He's a bit like an archer. I'm saying he's a bit like with archer stats, but he's just not as strong because my armor is pretty much too strong. I'm not sure about Pasta here, but it looks like he's doing good. Yeah, Maze Giant is actually missing a lot of his attacks, which tells me, oh well, he didn't miss any attacks that time, but this tells me he has the stats of an archer if he's missing some of his attacks. Okay, but he does do single attacks as well, but he can do multi-attacks. And for some reason, he wants to aim at me for some reason the most. So yeah, as I said, I'm saying he has an average. Somehow he did 0 damage to me and he broke my armor. Anyway, I'm saying on average, he has about 1 million health. And you must be like, 1 million health? How are we going to pay that? Well, we're probably going to need strong people in your team. Otherwise, it's going to take quite a lot of time. You need to do at least above 10,000 damage. Because if you can't do above 10,000 damage, then that is a major problem. If you can't do above that, then you can die easily. You can die very easily without being able to do that.